morning. So it's Monday, the 6th of May, and I'm here to talk about the relevant astrology. And I'm just going to share my chart with you. Just 1 second. Today's transit chart. There we go. You should have that now. Okay, so in the last video on Friday, I talked about the Eris Chiron conjunction, which is coming up and will be in action for the next year or two. And although it actually hasn't gone exact yet, we've got some stuff in the sky that brings it pretty close. And I'll just run through this again because this is actually real time. This is what's happening now. So we've got Mercury at 20 degrees of Aries, Chiron, 20 degrees Aries, the moon, 22 degrees Aries, and then Eris is a bit further on, 25 degrees Aries. But so long as these within 10 degrees of each other, they're considered in orb or effective, especially as they are approaching. Okay, now the moon travels pretty fast, right? So in 1 hour, or in 2 hours, sorry, the moon will travel 1 degree. So 4 hours ago, the moon was, from my perspective anyway, from where I live, was actually at 20 degrees. So this will be, in a few hours, conjunct Eris here. But the fact is that at the moment, it's on the midpoint between Chiron and Eris. And this links these two up. So we should be feeling today or yesterday, because the approaching day always has a big sort of bow wave that comes with it. We should be feeling the effects of this and how this is going to pan out. Now, I did talk about, so go back to the video and listen to it because I can't talk everything again, and otherwise I'll use 40 minutes up and then we're not moving on. So everything that I said on Friday, but also I think the feeling is, now whether or not this is yourself or whether it's the other person, so whether it's them or it's me, I think the feeling is one of anguish, potentially, but also a feeling of unreasonableness. This is unreasonable. So you could be thinking to yourself, why am I saying these things? This is unreasonable. Why am I being unreasonable? Or you can think, why are they saying that? They're being unreasonable. This is the sort of signature of this particular pairing, the Chiron-Eris pairing, which is a difficult one on the surface, right, if you don't know what's coming, but in actual fact is one of the most rewarding ones if we get in step with it, understand what it requires of us, and work with it. I'm reminded of what I'm often saying actually is when the cosmos wants us to learn about light, the first thing it does is plunges into darkness, and we'll learn more about light sitting in the dark than we ever will sitting in the light. The fact is that when the Chiron Eris planets get together, they bring us a lot of memories, things that come up, difficult aspects about our personality, somebody else's personality, challenging memories, challenging experiences. But we learn more about these things, reliving them and learning from them, than if we just bury them and try never to have them taint our lives again. Now, the fact is that we're here to learn from struggle, and we're here to accumulate wisdom and knowledge as a result. That's why we're here. Okay, so trying to avoid this process is really just to try to avoid life and not grow. And I assume you're listening to this because you are a supporter of spiritual growth, and a supporter of gaining in wisdom and feeling more comfortable and happy. It is true that pain and gain are proportional, and so going over these things and learning from them gives us a massive gain in terms of healing, wisdom, feeling comfortable with ourselves, etc. So that's it. So that we're not going to get this opportunity again really now until we get into next year. But I just wanted to bring it up now so that if things around you, if you experience things or things around you feel spiky or barbed or treacherous or difficult, it's because this is in there. This is like being, this is the forerunner of it. This is the rumbling on the horizon. So, but it's okay, let it go. It won't be here, tomorrow, the next day. It will sort of just part and come back again next year, as I say. Move on. But if you can capture any of it, and think, oh wow, this must be what she's talking about, ruminate on it, do think about it, and try to get the best out of it, because there is, honestly, this is, I promise you, the aspect that has the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. It really does. So what else are we looking at? Well, we've got down here, we've got Juno, and Juno is at pretty much 7 degrees of Virgo. There's the sign for Virgo. And up here we've got Venus, 8 degrees of Taurus. So these are what we call in trine. And a trine is supposed to be a harmonious aspect. What it means is that they are both in the same element, and they are in the same element. Virgo and Taurus are both in earth. So with these, now both of these represent relationship in one aspect or another. Everybody thinks that Venus is the love planet, the little Barbie doll. And if you go to the internet, you'll find loads and loads on Venus saying Venus represents love and relationship and things like that. It does a little, yeah. But if you go back 6,000 years, the Babylonians wouldn't have agreed with you. They would see Venus as far more complex than that. And they would see Venus as being a planet that can turn away from you or turn to you, one that can award you or one that can remove your awards, one that can give you luck. So if you're planning a raid to get your neighbors chickens and women, with Venus on your side, you'll get the women and the chickens. But if Venus turns against you, then it could all go horribly wrong. So Venus is an attractor that you want working on your side to make things attractive, and it makes us feel attractive and attracted. But it's not always about relating and relationship. It can also be about self-worth and self-belief, for instance. So it's not you can't really rely on it in astrology to give you predictive work, because it's not that relationship minded. But the planet that is most undoubtedly Juno. So when Juno gets in aspect to Venus, then we've got the two together working in harmony. Juno in mythology was the wife of Zeus on Olympus, and she's all about relationship. Right from the moment that you see him across the crowded room and your eyes spark, the electricity runs, right down through the relationship, the children, the pension, right to the day that you open your decree absolute. Juno is right there with you in your relating and your relationships, whether it's through great sex or a massive row, breaking up, meeting. Juno is the planet that does really significate or is a symbol of relating a relationship. So as far as I'm concerned, good news that those two are in trine. This was around yesterday and today, and it just means that something permanent, something solid, something earthy could be gained in relating and relationship. Something came to roost, something came to ground. Maybe it was a smile, maybe it was a touch, maybe it was a little secret look or something like that, but something gave a relationship an earthy feeling, a nice warm feeling, maybe. I hope so. Anyway, thank you very much. I'm doing these astrology videos on a daily basis in the week, so Monday to Friday. I can't work Saturday and Sunday because I have family commitments, but so do look out for me. And if you like them, I'm very pleased to see that the one on Friday did get well over 1,000 views, so that's lovely. The numbers are low because I've only just started doing them. So to help, if you wouldn't mind, if you do appreciate it, please share it on and give it a like or something, because Facebook notices these things, YouTube notices these things, and then they start to promote it as well. Otherwise, it's going to be very hard work to get my voice out there again. Okay, thank you. It's been lovely to talk to you, and I will be here tomorrow. Thank you. Bye-bye.